My brothers and sisters, uh, we are going to talk about a very eminent topic on apiculture, which is a very vital subject to the whole mankind. That is the environment. Pollution is a great menace to the mankind and the people of the world, people of this country, India, and it is on the top problems of the mankind. So we have come out with a little kind of a solution and a very practical thing in the life of a farmer. Now, because I am an agricultural researcher and scientist in the field of agriculture, I am trying to find out the ameliorations for the pollution in all kinds of the things in the life of man. Now, why we have chosen this topic? That there has been a radical and enormous change in the climate. In every 14 hours of a day span, there is a combination of two different items of or the TRAITS, traits of climate or weather. For example, when there is a cloudy weather in the morning, in the afternoon, there you get a hot temperature. If there is hot temperature in the afternoon, then in the month of March or let's say February or January and up to March, till there is a Holi or the Dhulyavandan, that is something coming in the March just before the Gudi Padwa. During the afternoon time, the temperatures are very high. They may run up to 32 to 36, 38, right from various parts of the country, Rajasthan, Bihar, Vidarbha, Marathwada, Uttar Maharashtra, and part of Dakshin Maharashtra. But in the night, the nights are cooler than the normal conditions of the winter or summer. And sometimes there is cloudy weather, then there is a drizzle or there is a shower or there is a torrential rain or there is a cyclone, some type of hazardous things that occur, and the farmer's crop is standing in the field and he has spent a lot of money and a lot of energy on its development, and the crop is getting devastated within no time. And such things are happening, and therefore we have come out with a solution which I already talked to you, that we have evolved an amrit, a nectar called the crop shadow, which takes care of the crop in various situations and protects the crop from the hot sun like an umbrella or the Gandhi cap. In winter it works like a sweater or a pullover, the comforter, or it can act as a like a umbrella in rainy season. So that's all apart, The normal things I have been able to succeed and give the solution to the problems of various types of situations to the farmers of the world. But now I'm trying to find out a solution where people can do the best of the thing and they can vanish the hazards of ill pollution, bad pollution, that is soil pollution, water pollution, air pollution, and some other type of pollutions. So here I have chosen the topic of apiculture, and apiculture, amongst apiculture, I have found that instead of other types of apiculture, the Indian or indigenous apiculture, which is called as Apis dorsata, or it's called as in Marathi, the Agya Mohar, is a very common feature of the indigenous farming in various hills, mountains, hillocks, and the ranges of hills in various parts of the country. And I can show you that one of my friend and a relative was very eminently occupied and involved throughout his life. Almost 40 years of his life he has devoted in the research of Apis apiculture on Apis dorsata, the manageable bee. And he worked not only in various parts of the country in Orissa, Uttar Pradesh, Kashmir, Maharashtra, and South Indian states, but he worked with the scientists from Israel, scientists from Europe, scientists from America. He had gone to see from Vidarbha, Mr. Vinoba Bhave, the hire of Mahatma Gandhi, the Manas Putra, and he had gone to see the revolutionary Jayaprakash Narayanji in Bihar. And with his blessings he started his work, and he was successful in bringing out a very important invention or innovation, that the Apis dorsata is not a furious type of honeybee, but it is a indigenous bee, and people have named it badly, unknowingly, by mistake, a furious bee. What happens? This Apis dorsata comes in a jungle, a forest, and where there is in the vicinity of a rivulet or a spring or the canal, and where there is a resource of water, there the Apis dorsata it dwells. And the honeycomb is there in that area when the forest is thicker and where there is a lot of jungle which give the flowers. Apiculture can grow, or Apis dorsata and other species of apiculture can grow on the plants which are having the anthers, pollens, pistil, stigma, the female and the male flowers. So they can work there and they can collect the honey, anther, and they can store the honey in the comb which they form. And this type of apiculture is a kind of a source of income by removing the honey by crude method by the Adivasi areas, the tribals, the Bhil community or the nomadic people, and who are called in Marathi the Haseparthi, or the people who have no occupation but is the most neglected and most illiterate people, and they have only a occupation of collecting honeybee by very crude method, and that crude method that they get one stick like a bamboo stick which is covered with a cotton cloth tied with a rope or a string, and on that they pour some kind of oil and they just lit it in the evening after there is a sunset or there is a dusk time. And near the honeycomb they take it, and there is, because of the smoke, the bees in the honeycomb of Apis dorsata, they get disturbed, and they, because of the smell, they try to understand that here the enemy has come and now we have to be alert and to save the enemy, and they do not want to get themselves spoiled or die. And if this death is very uncommon and unnatural, and therefore they feel that the enemy has come, and when the enemy comes they want to come out of the comb and they want to sting, they get a smell. The smell of the enemy, the person, they smell the person, even if the person runs about 8 to 10 kilometers in few minutes, they will run after the car and they will not leave, because their sensitivity is very powerful. This I have experienced with one of my disciples who had made such kind of mistake. And there was a honeycomb where I was in our institute, outside the institute, and it was very big. And when he lit the scent, the agarbatti, and the honeybee came and he actually gave a bite, and he ran away about 1 kilometer, and she caught that man and again gave a change to him, and it was a very bad thing. Therefore, I could quote this example as an experience out of my observation. So this happens, and therefore the people, when they get stinged, it is very bad, or it gives you cannot get recovery out of that. But Mr. Mahendra, the Digambar Bhutanath Mahendra, was a man who identified the Apis dorsata, and he innovated the plank on which the Apis dorsata comb and the honeybee can stay. And this is the kind of a comb that has been there. And he has been actually peeping at the plank and the honeycomb, but none of the honeybee is trying to disturb his mind. He has worked on this honeybee for the last 35 to 40 years, and his observations, the various chapters in this have been very nicely coined and elaborated. The steps in the apiculture, and apiculture at length, how it is very useful to the mankind is known. Agriculture scientists who are in touch with the apiculture's eminence are aware that 33% increase in the yield, quality yield of all crops, not flowers, vegetables, staple food crops, fruits, woods, can be increased by 33% net and straight without any spending of money. But we have to take care that we try to increase the honey bees in natural, and we should not disturb the apiculture of Apis dorsata in India, which is a very rich species in apiculture. And this book was published in 2004 at the hands of Honorable late Mr. Mohandharia, who is my friend, and he, in all sense, to keep the mind, the Vasundhara, the earth, the air, the water in good condition for the benefit of mankind. So my friends, please take a note of this thing. I can quote you one of the best examples. Now the Vaishakh is coming very shortly, where you have got a chance to grow the Physiolus aureus, that is mung. Physiolus aureus, that is the mung crop. Mung crop is of hardly 45 to 60 days, and you can sow that crop after the harvest of the Rabi crop, and it can come within 60 days. And when you grow this crop, it is my observation in my research institute, research farm, that when you grow this mung crop, Physiolus aureus, in Vaishakh or the Chaitra, Vaishakh and Jyeshta, within 60 days, when this crop comes in flowering stage, there are a lot of common apiculture or the common honeybees. They are not necessarily Apis dorsata or the agama, but it's a common, and they are all enormous, and they give you the honey as well as the in Marathi is called as the main. It is used in various various things, and this honey is of different types of crops. I can quote you, in Bihar there is a Madhubani district which has got the jungles of the Physiolus, that is Moringa, Jamun indica, then other such jungles of each crop, and you can get the Jambul honey. In Mahabaleshwar there is a great jungle, and there is a special research station on apiculture in Mahabaleshwar, and you get there the good kind of honey, and that's how the farmer can create a new business for the young generation, and thereby increase or enhance the environment, enrich the environment without deteriorating the many things of life of the mankind. I stop here, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, and I wish you all the best in your endeavor of this kind of venture of growing the apiculture in the coming summer season. Thank you.